Stop. Stop. He said, stand firm. Once you have made up your mind that this is God's, there's no turning back. Then he says, stop. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of the army. You ever been in the service? They have a system in the military. It's called hurry up and wait. You hurry up and everyone's doing all this stuff, and all of a sudden and then you have to wait for hours. They'd march us places, have us doing all this stuff. Then they'd put us on a bleacher in the 100-degree weather, sitting there, and they'd say, "Just wait." It's called hurry up and wait. It's like God was saying, "Hurry up, make up your mind, and then wait, wait." There's another thing that happened to me at Assembly. Can I share it with you? Now this is one of the most unusual experiences I've ever had in all my life. And I'm serious. I haven't been around that long. I'm only 37. But this, boy, it shook me. This really did. This is one of the craziest. I thought I was losing my mind. I really did. I was at the hotel. And again, I'm telling all week long I've been asking God to speak to me, show me things. And so I'm at the hotel, and I'm with our state administrative bishop, Bishop Benda. You may know him. And he's like some kind of gold card menu for the hotel we were at, or holder for the hotel we were at. And so we were at, I can't remember what the thing was. I'm not really as high class as you think I am. But it was like it's like a place you could go and eat, if you were like a gold card member or whatever. And so he took me up to this top floor, and we're like in this little place. He's like, "Come on in," And we're eating all this fancy food and stuff. He says, "It's free. Come on." I said, "All right." So we're eating and everything, and we get done, and we get back in the elevator. And at this hotel, there were two towers. I guess one tower was for the high class folk, and the other tower was for the Brett Seals kind of folk, because I was in that tower. And so we get back in the elevator, and he gets off at his floor, and I get off at my floor. And I, just trying to get back to the room, brush my teeth, and go back over to service. So I swipe my card through. Nothing. So I swipe it again. Nothing. Something, sometimes if you have, keys in your pocket, they'll rub that strip off the room card. That magnet, yeah. Or your phone, if it gets too near the card, it, does something to it. So I'm like, okay. But Thomas, I was sharing a room with Tom, Heather's dad, so I'm beating on the door, because I know he's in there, because he told me that's where he was at. I'm beating on the door. And I'm just disgusted at this point, because he will not answer the door. And I'm listening to the door going, well, maybe he's in the shower. But no, the shower's not on. Thomas! I'm yelling. Other people are opening the doors looking at me. I'm determined. I got no time. I got no time. So I say, So I go down to the front desk. "Hi, I'm Brett Seals. I have a room, 1733. It won't open. Can you please give me a new card?" "Well, I need to see your driver's license, sir, to verify you are who you say you are." So I pull out my license, I give it to him. She swipes the card, gives it to me. Thank God. Run up, open the door, go inside. And I start looking in the room. And it's not my room. And there's other people's stuff everywhere. And I'm thinking, what did Thomas do? I don't know where I'm at. I was lost. I run out of that room, and I go to the elevators. I'm on my cell phone trying to call Thomas. Still no answer. I look out that window, and I really did. It was one of those, I don't know if you ever watched The Twilight Zone. I felt like I was there. It was inexplainable. I did not know what to say. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't know what happened. I thought, God, what's going on here? I was the most lost I'd ever been in all my life. I didn't know what to do. So I picked up my phone one more time, and I called. And Thomas finally answered the phone. I said, "Thomas, where are you?" "I'm in the room." "What room are you in?" 7:33, Brett. Not 17:33. 7:33. So I ran back down there. I told Thomas what was going on. And I mean, I'm telling you, it was just, I said, God, what are you trying to say here? What are you trying to say, God? Because, see, there's a message there. The next morning, I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I went for a run. Because that was the only time I could run down there. And I was on my way back into the hotel. And I got off the elevator, down the hallway, heading to the room. And God said, Brett, He spoke to me first. But He said, tell my people they're pursuing doors that were never meant to be opened. You're consumed with places that you were never meant to go. You've been desiring things that you're not supposed to touch. He said, Brett, you're so determined. My people are so determined to get their hands on stuff they're never supposed to get their hands on. Whether it be something completely spiritual or something completely carnal, doesn't make any difference. If it's not for you, it's not for you. He said, you were so determined you went down there and got a key and went in anyways, only to realize that you did not belong there. And let me tell you, I got out of that room as fast as I could. And God says, see, here is your opportunity. Here's me telling you that there's a way out now. You don't want to go there. Quit pushing on that door. God says to you this morning, stop. You better stop. You better make up your mind. It's either God or nothing. There is no in between. But you'd better stop pushing on doors that were never meant to be opened. You better lose your determination and your carnality. You better drop it. You better let it go. Go back to the room I sent you to, Brett. Go through the door I told you to go through. God says you better stop this morning. You better stop this morning because you're pursuing things that you don't need to pursue. We just read about King Joash, didn't we? In the one-year Bible just this week. 2 Chronicles. It says that Joash, he brought the greatest revival that they'd ever seen in all of Judah. And he was living the high life and everything was going great. It was wonderful. The people were going the right direction. King Necho of Egypt came to the Euphrates to fight some people. Joash thought so big of himself that I'll go and stand for those people. I'll fight King Necho. King Necho said, listen to me, Joash, stop. You're fighting God. I've not come to fight you. I've not come to mess with you. I don't have a problem with you. You don't need to fight this battle. Go home. Joash did not listen. He was determined, and he disguised himself, went out to battle. Someone drew their arrow, shot him, and killed him. You're pursuing things that you don't need to pursue. You're pushing for things and praying for things. And some of you are even fasting and praying over things that God has shut the door. Don't go there. Because when you get there, you will hate it. You won't want it. And you'll do everything you can to leave it. This is your chance. This is your opportunity. Go back to where He sent you. Stop. God says stop. All this nonsense, your agenda, and what you want, and the things that you pursue. When did life become about you? There's too much of you and too little of Him. And that is why you don't have the kind of victory that Jehoshaphat had and that Paul and Silas had. See, God says, make up your mind and stop.